Hi, my name is David and welcome to our new mini series here on the channel for Ghost White Toner. In this series we're going to take you step by step through the process how you can fix printer problems on your Ghost White Toner printer or on your HP or Canon or Samsung laser printer. And we're going to show you some steps that you can also do not only to fix problems but also to prevent problems. We're going to have a separate video on each of the printers, and today we're starting with the Mini. So the Mini Ghost, as you know, is based on HP Color Laser 150A or 150 NW. The white toner cartridges for this printer can also be used in the very similar engines of the M178 and M179 printer. But there are many printers who have a very similar engine, and you will recognize that. And I will quickly take you through a cleaning process that you can do. So what are the reasons to clean? So first reason to clean your printer is, of course, when you have dirty printouts, when you have stripes in the prints, or when you have other printing issues, then I think it's time for a cleanup. So what you do before you clean your printer is make sure that you have some equipment ready. For that, what we will do, we will need a household vacuum cleaner, standard household vacuum cleaner, just a soft, nice, dry cloth. And what I do use to improve the paper movement of this printer is some standard pharmaceutic alcohol. You get that in any pharmacy, and some soft pads to apply that later. I will show you this quickly. So that printer can be opened on three sides, basically, or two sides. So first of all, you can open the printer. I disconnect it from power. That's important before you work on the printer. Take off the power cord, disconnect it. The printer can be opened on the front. This side you probably know, you're very familiar with, because that is where you change the toner cartridges. Then second, the printer can be opened on the back. This part you might have also used already to remove paper jams, because you can release the transport roller here to remove paper jams. And third, the printer can be opened on the top here, and this is where you can actually have a glimpse into the fusing assay, which is this orange kind of red roll. That's the fusing assay. Important, if you work here, make sure that you have disconnected the printer. What I'm going to start with is quickly clean out the front with you, take you through the process. That's the first part of the video. And the second part of the video is I'm going to show you where and why paper jams occur typically and how to remove them or get rid of them permanently. Okay, to do the cleaning cycle, you make sure that you will remove all the toner cartridges. So the black toner I've got here. When I store my toners, I do use, that is what comes with the original packaging, this plastic thing. I stick it over the front of the toner. That has two advantages. First, it protects sensitive parts of the toner cartridge from being exposed to light, from being exposed to humidity or whatever is in your workspace. Plus, it also keeps toner from falling out, because this cartridge is kind of open once it's unsealed. So I'm going to put these on. All right, so first of all, I'm opening the printer. And I start removing the cartridges from top to bottom. So I first take out my yellow cartridge. I can already, if there's some dirt here, I can quickly wipe over it and put it to the side. Same with my magenta cartridge. You might recognize that here's some magenta. I'm just gently moving over here and on the side. I'm not touching this roller. So that's the developer roller. You don't want to touch that, because this is actually a sensitive part. Okay, put that to the side. Then we get, oh gosh, we've got some work to do here. Again, there is some magenta toner on the roller. We ignore that, we just wipe it off here with our cloth, quickly and easily. So that will be cool, that will be good. It's totally fine. And then we put it to the side. We do not touch the roller. And third, our white toner. You can see some here as well. Just remove that quickly. All right, put the white toner to the side as well. Now this printer has two more units which can be replaced. So the first is the waste toner box that sits here on the side, and you just grab it like this and then you pull it out. So now be careful, don't turn that over or something, because as you can see it's kind of open here. This is where waste excess toner, which is not used in the printing process, is transported to, and if you would throw it over, it would actually leak. So I'm quickly cleaning that as well with my cloth. All right, good. I just put that to the side. Again, make sure that you don't turn it over, because that will have the toner everywhere. And then, last but not least, we've got the drum unit. So you have a handle here, and then you just pull it out, and you can completely remove the drum unit. Just slide it out, and you get it. You see that on the drum unit there's actually a lot of toner. I'm just going to quickly wipe over this area here and remove some of the excess toner. That is something that just happens. You can imagine this like being an engine, that is used all the time, and so this is totally normal that there is toner inside your printer, because it will also be normal for oil to be inside of the motor. So once you've removed the drum unit, you can put that to the side as well. Now I've got all my printer parts stacked here nicely, because now I'm going to clean the inside of the printer. So I'm taking my cloth and I'm just carefully wiping the inside of the printer, removing any excess toner, any excess dust that might be here. One thing that you can do, if you have some more toner inside your printer, some more dust inside your printer, you can actually use a household vacuum cleaner and carefully, without touching the material, but just going over it, okay. Now that already looks pretty clean to me, before I start reinserting all the material, I'm quickly closing it and I'm turning the printer over on its back side, and I remove the paper tray. Now I can take a look on the underneath of the printer. This is actually where all the paper gets moving, and there you see this roller. It's like a rubber roller, and this is where it gets to paper jams. So it's a little flexible, and what you can do to get rid of unwanted paper jams from time to time is you can refurbish or kind of re-ink this roller with some pharmaceutic alcohol. So therefore you just take some little pouch, put some pharmaceutic alcohol on it, and then you just dip it on the roller. You see it gets a little darker when you do that. Same on that little gray pad down here. All right. This is called the pickup roller. You can also replace that if you've got access to a printer parts dealer. He surely can supply you with that, but usually that helps a lot. Same if you have the paper tray, you have kind of a rubber thing on the back. This could also be cleaned with some alcohol. Just gently dip it, make sure you don't leave anything on it. All right, so now you've got your paper tray cleaned as well. I'm just cleaning these slides here a little bit. Okay, this is something that you can do when you do that from time to time. Just have the rollers cleaned with some pharmaceutic alcohol. This will tremendously help to lower the probability of paper jams. All right, then you just slide back in the paper tray, and now you can start reinserting all your materials. Just open it and you reinsert them in the same way you took them out. So you start with the drum unit, now nice and clean. Just slide it in. It will automatically align. Sometimes it makes some sounds, but once you've got it in there, it's locked clean. Then secondly, you take the waste toner bin, which also holds the slides for the cartridges. You align it, you see a little niche here where you can just align it, and then you just pop it in, clock, and that's it. And then from bottom to top, you slide back in your toner cartridges. First, of course, the Ghost White toner, or the black toner, depending on the print job that lies ahead. Once you've got all your toners inside, you see the toner chips on the front. You might want to quickly wipe over those as well. These are contacted to these contacts here, which make the printer actually recognize that it's got the toners inside. And then you close back up your printer. And now I'm going to insert some paper because I'm going to run a few test prints. That's just some standard copy paper and a black paper sheet for a white toner test print on top. And then I'm going to reconnect the printer to power and reconnect it to your network or USB, and then turn the printer back on. As you know, all the white toner printers that we sell do calibrate themselves after turning on. They do have like a small calibration cycle which they run. As you can see, a super nice and clean white toner print. And now I'm going to run a few test pages for the colors as well. If you need these test page scheme, our support is happy to send it to you. If you like the video, please shoot us a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and that you hit the bell button to get notified when we put out new videos. If you've got any questions or you need support with your white toner cartridge, you are very welcome to just shoot us an email, support@ghost-white-toner.com. We're here to help you with your white toner printing game, whether that's technical questions, whether that's transfer related questions, or if you just need some support on your product. Now we got a nice cyan, magenta, and of course the yellow test page. And as you can see, there's no magenta in the cyan, so the cartridge cleaned itself where we had those magenta speckles on the cartridge and here as well. So we print these separated color pages to just make sure that every color works for itself, because then when we get clean prints from every color itself, we will surely get clean prints from every color cartridge when it's mixing up. One more thing I'd like to show you: if you ever get a paper jam with this printer, there's two things that you should do. First, you remove the paper tray and see if the paper is stuck on the bottom. If that does actually happen, you will need to perform the cleaning that I showed you. And if you have the paper, if it just sticks between the roller, which I first showed you in the beginning of the video, then you do the cleaning. If the paper actually sticks on the back of the printer, I just turn it around for you to see. You will open the printer here. You will release this. You can actually do that with the power cord on, and then you can see the paper here and you can slide it out here. So if you've ever get a paper jam where the paper already made the corner and is on its way into the fuser, you can do that. Also, when the paper gets stuck at the top, it might already been out here, but it's stuck in here, then you will open it here and then you will just pull it out like this. This way you make sure that at any point in the paper path you will be able to remove the paper. After you had a paper jam like this, I strongly recommend to just print a test page first on some standard copy paper before you continue with your transfer printing or with your print job, because after a paper jam that was in the back of the printer, there can always be some excess print in the printer, and you want that to be printed out with the first print, and then the second print might be what you want to print for your customer. So this is how you can do some maintenance and some cleaning on your Mini Ghost printer, HP Color Laser 150 and the series. All the printers which have the toner cartridges stacked like this one will maybe be able to do a similar cleaning cycle, similar printing cycle. I'd like to see you in the next video where I'm going to show you how you can maintenance and clean your little Ghost printer, and then the last of the series will be the big Ghost printer. I say thanks for watching and keep your printers clean.